Good morning, everybody. This is Professor Hazel S. Matthias from the Department of Mathematics, Vishwanath Rao Deshpande Institute of Technology, Haliyad. In the previous class, we were discussing about how to find the inverse Laplace transform of logarithmic and inverse functions. Then we have discussed what do you mean by convolution theorem, and we have solved few examples based on convolution theorem. So let's discuss few more examples on convolution theorem today, and also we'll move on to the very important part of this Laplace transform topic, that is using Laplace transform how to find the solution of linear differential equations, because we have solved by different methods how to solve the differential equations. We have learned this in a lower semester. So we will apply this concept of Laplace transform in solving linear differential equations. So let's discuss few more examples on convolution theorem. What is a convolution theorem? We have discussed this in the previous class. What do you mean by convolution theorem? Okay. What does convolution theorem says? Anybody remember what do you mean by convolution theorem? Convolution theorems. What does it say? If L inverse of f bar of s is equal to f of t and L inverse of g bar of s that is equal to g of t, then how inverse Laplace transform of f bar of s into g bar of s is given by, it is given by integral u equal to 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u du. This is how we find the inverse Laplace transform of product of two functions. About this we have discussed in the previous class, and we have also solved few examples based on that. So let's discuss few more examples based on this theorem. Okay, let's discuss this question. Find L inverse of one divided by s minus 1 into s square plus 1. Let's find the inverse Laplace transform of this using convolution theorem. See, there are some other methods also to solve this problem. But here it is specifically asked. We have to solve this using convolution theorem. So what shall we do? We'll take let f bar of s. We have to choose these two functions, f bar of s and g bar of s. So that is equal to 1 by s minus 1. Let's take f bar of s is equal to 1 by s minus 1. Then what shall we take g bar of s as? What shall we take? What is g bar of s? That is equal to 1 by s square
plus 1.
Yeah, 1 by s square plus 1. So this is nothing but, see this entire thing. This is product of f bar of s into g bar of s. You can take any value of f bar of s. So here I have taken 1 divided by s minus 1 as f bar of s and 1 by s square plus 1 as g bar of s. Next find f of t. What is f of t? F of t is L inverse of f bar of s. What is L inverse of f bar of s? F bar of s is 1 by s minus 1. What is this? This is e power t. We know the inverse Laplace transform of elementary functions. According to that, inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s minus 1 is e power t. Then next find g of t. What is g of t? L inverse of g bar of s. What is L inverse of 1 divided by s square plus 1? What is the inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s square plus 1?
Sin 80, ma'am. Sin t, ma'am.
Yeah, sin t. Here a is 1, correct. A is 1. So this will be sin t by 1. So that is nothing but sin t. Now apply convolution theorem. So according to convolution theorem, what is L inverse of 1 by s minus 1 into s square plus 1? According to convolution theorem, it is integral u equal to 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u. F of t is e power t. So f of u will be e power u into g of t minus u. G of t is sin t. So what will be g of t minus u? Replace t by t minus u. So that will be sin t minus u. So we will get here sin t minus u into du. Is it okay? Then afterwards, I have given one formula before. Integration of e power ax sin bx plus c. I have given formula for sin bx. Okay, so now here we have bx plus c. How to solve this one? How to solve? Similar concept you have to use. That is e power ax divided by a square plus b square into a sin b you have to replace by bx plus c minus b cos bx plus c. Same problem, same formula it is as we have given earlier. Same formula. It was e power ax into bx into dx. Here we have the additional term bx plus c. So wherever that b is x is there, you have to replace by bx plus c. This formula we have discussed earlier as well. Now in order to find the integral of this, we have to make use of this formula. So if we use that formula, what do we get? What is L inverse of 1 divided by s minus 1 into s square plus 1? What is this? Apply this formula in evaluating this integral. What do we get according to this? What is a according to this formula? Compare these two. On comparing these two, what do we get? A value will be 1 e power 1 into u, because x is in place of x. Here it is with respect to x, here it is with respect to u. So e power au. So a will be 1. What is the value of here bx plus c or b value? Tell me. Compare these two and tell me what is the value of b. We are interested in only in b, a and b. So what? Compare t minus u and bx plus c and tell me what is the value of u or what is the value of b. What is this? See here, this is e power ax. Yeah, very good, very good. See, this is e power ax. In place of e power ax, we have e power u. And here u is a variable, that's why a equal to 1. Now compare sin bx plus c with sin t minus u. Sin t minus u. So when you compare bx plus c with the t minus u, here t and c are the constants. Variable, this is the coefficient of variable x. So what is the coefficient of u? It is minus 1. So that's why value of b is minus 1. Let's substitute that over here. What do we get? E power u divided by a value is 1. So we get in the denominator 1 plus b value is minus 1. B square is also 1. Then substitute the remaining terms. A is 1. So we get sin t minus u. Then b value is minus 1. So what do we get over here? Minus of minus will become plus cos t minus u. I hope this is clear, everybody. Anybody, any doubt in this step? What we have done? We have just substituted this formula. Just substituted this formula to evaluate this integral, where a value is 1, b value is minus 1. Is it okay, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now next what we have to do? We have to put the limits from 0 to t. So what do we get when applying the limits? Limits are for u. So what do we get over here? 1 plus 1 will be 2. So 1 by 2 into. Now apply the limits. First apply the upper limit, that is t. So what do we get over here? E power t. When I put t over here in place of u, sin 0, which is 0. Then here if I put t, cos t minus t, cos 0, and we know cos 0 value is 1. So this is regarding the upper limit. Now put the lower limit. Lower limit is 0 minus e power 0, which is 1. Then if you put here 0 in place of u 0, what do we get? We get sin t. Then similarly over here, if you put u as 0, what do we get? We get cos t. I hope the substitution is clear, everybody. Anybody, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now let's continue this problem. Simplify this and write the final answer. So what do we get after simplification? 1 by s minus 1 into s square plus 1. Simplify this and write. What do we get after simplification? It is e power t minus sin t minus cos t. This is what we get. Is it clear, everybody? Anybody, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let's discuss one more problem. Find inverse Laplace transform of s plus 2 divided by s square plus 4s plus 5. So let's find the inverse Laplace transform of this using convolution theorem. So what shall we take the value of f bar of s and g bar of s now? What shall we take? So let's take let f bar of s as s plus 2. This is supposed to be whole square. Okay. Whole square. Okay. Now I'll take f bar of s as s plus 2 divided by s square plus 4s plus 5. Then we'll take g bar of s as 1 divided by s square plus 4s plus 5. Is it okay now? Shall we take this? Yes? L inverse of s plus 2 divided by s square plus 4s plus 5 whole square. So we'll take f bar of s as s plus 2 divided by s square plus 4s plus 5 and g bar of s as s square plus 4s plus 5. So on multiplication of f bar of s into g bar of s, we will get back this term. Okay, you cannot take any term, you cannot take additional term as well. Whatever is given over here, that only you have to split into f bar of s into g bar of s. Then we will find f of t. What is f of t? It is inverse Laplace transform of f bar of s. So what is it? It is inverse Laplace transform of s plus 2 divided by s square plus 4s plus 5. So how to solve this? You can solve this. Look into the denominator only. You should be able to understand this. You can convert this into a perfect square. So this can be written as L inverse of s plus 2 divided by s square plus 4s plus 4 plus 1. Correct? 5 I split it as 4 plus 1. So what do we get? We get s plus 2 divided by s plus 2 the whole square plus 1. Correct? This is s plus 2 the whole square plus 1. Now how to find the inverse Laplace transform of this? See here, both this s plus 2 and s plus 2 term is over here. We have one property. What is that? L inverse of f bar of s minus a. That is nothing but e power at into L inverse of f bar of s. So make use of this property in order to find the inverse Laplace transform of this. So according to that, what do we get? What will be f of t? F of t will be, here you see, in place of a we have minus 2. So this can be written as s minus of minus 2. So here a value will be minus 2, which is nothing but e power minus 2t into L inverse of. Wherever s plus 2 is there, you have to replace by s. So what do we get? S divided by s square plus 1. So this is nothing but, what is this? This is nothing but e power minus 2t into cos t. This is the inverse Laplace transform of cos t. So we have found out f of t. Let's find g of t. What is g of t? G of t is nothing but L inverse of 1 divided by s square plus 4s plus 5. Again, this can be written as, by completing the square, this can be written as L inverse of s plus 2 whole square plus 1. Similarly as above. Now, what shall we do? You can apply the same property. You can apply the same property. So I am applying that same property. What do we get? E power minus 2t into L inverse of, wherever s plus 2 is there, you have to replace by s. So it will be s square plus 1. So what is this? This is e power minus 2t, and L inverse of 1 by s square plus 1 will be sine t by 1, which is nothing but sine t. So we have found out what is f of t and what is g of t. Use convolution theorem to find the inverse Laplace transform. So what do we get now? So L inverse of s plus 2 divided by s square plus 4s plus 5 whole square, that is equal to integration u equal to 0 to t f of u. F of t is e power minus t minus 2t into cos t. So replace t by u. So what do we get? E power minus 2u into cos u. Then g of t minus u. G of t is over here. Replace t by t minus u. What do we get? E power minus 2 into t minus u into sine t minus u. G of t is over here. You have to find g of t minus u. That means you have to replace t by t minus u. Now let's evaluate this integral. On evaluating this integral, we will get the inverse Laplace transform of this function. So how shall we evaluate this integral? You can see over here. Here we have e power minus 2u and here e power minus 2t plus 2u. Okay. E power minus 2u is here, e power minus 2u, and here e power into e power minus 2t into e power minus of minus will become plus 2u. So when you combine these two terms, you will get e power 0, which is 1. So only e power minus 2t remains. So you can take that e power minus 2t outside. Now evaluate whatever the term is remaining. You integral u equal to 0 to t. What is remaining? Sine t minus u into cos u du. So this is the term which is remaining. Let's evaluate this by applying the formula. That is e power minus 2t sine t cos t formula you have to apply. So according to that, what is that? What is the formula for sin A cos B? It is half times sin A plus B. So sin A is t minus u plus B is u sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. A is t minus u, and again minus u in place of B we have u, so it will be minus u du. What I have done here, I have applied sin A cos B formula. Sin A cos B is half times sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. Now to simplify this, on simplification we get e power minus 2t divided by 2 integral u equal to 0 to t. What happens here? Plus u minus u get cancelled. So what remains? Sin t remains. Plus, and in the second term, sin t minus u, it will become sin t minus 2u into du. So this is the term which will remain. Now let's integrate these two terms. On integrating these two terms, what do we get on integrating these two terms? E power minus 2t divided by 2. On integration, see, this is integration with respect to u, and sin t will be a constant with respect to u. So integration of sin t with respect to u will be sin t into u. It is similar to, I have explained this, integration of 1 into dx, which is nothing but x. So here 1 is a constant, similarly here sin t is a constant. So sin t into u, and the limits will be from 0 to t. Then the second term, integration of sine will be cos, so it will be cos t minus u, 2u, t minus 2u divided by, what term we will have over here in the denominator?
Minus 2, ma'am.
Okay. So what do we get afterwards? And the limits will be from 0 to t. The limits will be from 0 to t. So what do we get next? Now put the limits. What do we get now after applying the limits? It is e power minus 2t divided by 2. And what do we get over here? Put the limits. For sin t into u, you have to put the limits for u. Upper limit is t, lower limit is 0. So t minus 0 into sin t, which is nothing but t sin t. Now second term over here, what do we get? minus half into, if I put the limit, that is upper limit t, so cos t minus 2t, it will be, what it will be, cos of minus t, which is nothing but cos t. Then lower limit, if you put u equal to 0, what happens, it will become minus cos t. I hope this is clear. See, when you put the upper limit t, it will be cos t minus 2t. T minus 2t is minus t, and cos of minus theta is same as cos theta. So you will get cos t over here. Then put the lower limit, that is 0. So it will be cos t, because 2 into u, it will become 0. Now this entire term will be 0. So what we get the value as? The answer will be e power minus 2t into t sin t divided by, this is the inverse Laplace transform of the function. What is the function? Here is the function. S plus 2 divided by s square plus 4s plus 5. Anybody, whole square. Anybody, any doubt in this problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let's discuss one more problem. Let's find the inverse Laplace transform of, listen to this problem carefully, 4s plus 5 divided by s minus 1 whole square into s plus 2. You have to evaluate the inverse Laplace transform of this using convolution theorem. So what do we get? What shall we do now? First we have to take the two values, that is f bar of s and g bar of s. So let's take those two values. Let f bar of s is equal to, what is f bar of s? We'll take it as 1 by s plus 2. I'll take f bar of s as 1 by s plus 2. What will be g bar of s? It is 4s plus 5 divided by s minus 1 the whole square. See, you can take any values, but make sure that whatever value you will take, you will be able to find the inverse Laplace transform of that. Okay, you should be able to find the inverse Laplace transform of that. Then only you take f bar of s and g bar of s. Ultimately, we have to take the inverse Laplace transform of f bar of s and g bar of s in order to find the value of f of t. So be careful in choosing these two functions. So what will be f of t? L inverse of f bar of s. What is it? It is L inverse of 1 by s plus 2. What is the inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 2? It is e power minus 2t. Then we will find g of t. What is g of t? It is L inverse of g bar of s. What is it? It is L inverse of 4s plus 5 divided by s minus 1 the whole square. So how to evaluate this term over here? You can see the denominator. You have s minus 1 term over here. Suppose if this s also can be written as s minus 1, then we can apply the property. So how shall we do it over here? I'll write it here. See, 4s plus 5. You want to write this s as s minus 1. So what I do, 4s, you add 4 and subtract 4. Then the remaining 5. So now if you combine 4s minus 4, it will be 4 into s minus 1, 4 plus 5, which is 9. So the numerator can be transformed into L inverse of 4 into s minus 1 plus 9 divided by s minus 1 the whole square. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's continue this. So what do we get here? What is the inverse Laplace? See, numerator also s minus 1, denominator also s minus 1. You can apply the property of L inverse of f bar of s minus a. According to that, if you take the term e power at outside, wherever s is there, it can be replaced by s minus 1 is there, it can be replaced by s. So it can be written as e power t. Can be written as e power t into L inverse of. Now replace s minus 1 by s. So that is nothing but 4s plus 9 divided by s square. Now let's find the inverse Laplace transform of this. This is e power t into here 4s by s square. 4s by s square, you can split it as two terms. 4s by s square is 4 by s. What is L inverse of 4 by s? What is L inverse of 4 by S?
4, ma'am.
4, very good. L inverse of 4 by S is 4 plus, what is second term? L inverse of 9 by S square, second term, 9 by S square. What is the L inverse of 9 by S square? 9 you can keep it as it is. L inverse of 1 by S square, it is nothing but t power 1 by 1 factorial. So which is nothing but t. So we will get 9t over here. So this is nothing but g of t. So we have found what? We have found f of t and g of t. Now apply convolution theorem. So what do we get after applying convolution theorem? L inverse of, it is 4s plus 5 divided by s plus 2 into s minus 1 whole square, that is equal to integral u equal to 0 to t f of u. F of t is e power minus 2t, so f of u will be e power minus 2u into g of t is over here, replace it by g of t minus u, that is nothing but replacing t by t minus u. What do we get? E power t minus u into 4 plus 9 into t minus u du. Now simplify this and write. So what do we get after simplification? That is nothing but integration u equal to 0 to t. So what do we get over here after simplification? Can you all tell me? This is e power minus 2u into e power t into e power minus u. So when you combine these two terms, what do we get? E power t into e power minus 3u, correct? Minus 2u minus u, it will become minus 3u. And what is remaining now? 4 plus 9t minus 9u into du. That is this one, 4 plus 9t minus 9u. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let's find the integral value of this. So what do we get on integration? You can, this is with respect to u. So what do we get after this step here? That is nothing but you can take e power t outside and see, you can use a product rule or Bernoulli's rule according to that. This is the algebraic term taken to be first, and this is the exponential term, taken it as a second term. So what do we do according to Bernoulli's formula? First term, that is 4 plus 9t minus 9u, keep it as it is. Integrate the second term. So integration of minus 3u will be e power minus 3u by minus 3. Then alternatively positive and negative sign, we have to differentiate the first term. Here the variable is with respect to u. So on differentiating the first term, we will get it as, what do we get? Minus 9 we will get. This one we have to differentiate with respect to u. These two are the constant, which will be 0, and differentiation of minus 9u will be minus 9. Then I hope you all remember the Bernoulli's formula. First term into integration of second minus differentiation of first term into integration of the integrated term, already integrated term. So that is nothing but e power minus 3u divided by minus 3 into minus 3. This minus 3 which is already there, after again integrating it, you will get e power minus 3u by minus 3. And where does the limits vary from? U equal to 0 to t. Now let's substitute it. What do we get? We will simplify this. On simplification, e power t into, so what do we get over here? Just simplify the terms and check it. Here 4 into e power, just simplify it. On simplification, what do we get it? Or you can put the limits directly. So upper limit is t. So if you put here t, in place of u, if you put t, what happens? 90 minus 90 will be 0. So you will get 4 into e power minus 3t divided by minus 3. This is the upper limit when it is put to this term. That means u has to be replaced by t. So when you put u as t, you will get 90 plus 90 minus 90 get cancels. 4 into e power minus 3t divided by minus 3 remains. Then you put the lower limit, that is 0. So when you put u as 0, what do we get? Minus lower limit 4 plus 9t into, you put the lower limit which will be e power 0 will be 0. So what do we get over here? 1 by minus 3 you will get. So this is regarding the first term. Now take the second term. Minus of minus will be plus 9, and here also what do you have? 9, correct? So this 9 divided by 9. Now apply the upper limit and the lower limit to e power minus 3u. So what do we get? E power minus 3t minus lower limit will be e power 0, which will be 1. So what do we get after simplification? What do we get after simplification? It is e power t. Now simplify, I'll write down the terms whatever pending. So what we have over here? Minus 4 by 3 e power minus 3t, and then this minus will become plus 4 by 3 plus 3 ones are 3 threes are. So you will get 3t over here. Okay, then what is pending? This 9 get cancels, plus e power minus 3t minus 1 remains. So these are the terms which are pending. Now simplify this. So on simplification, what do we get? E power t into, see here, 4 by 3 minus 1. 4 by 3 minus 1 is 1 by 3. This term and this term. 4 by 3 minus 1 is 1 by 3. Then you have 3t plus 3t. Then here you see, you have e power minus 3t, minus 4 by 3 e power minus 3t. So what do we get from that? If you take e power minus 3t outside, what will remain? 1 minus 4 by 3 remains. From this step and from this step. So 1 minus 4 by 3 will be minus 1 by 3. So it is nothing but minus 1 by 3 into e power minus 3t. Is it okay? This is nothing but the inverse Laplace transform of 4s plus 5 divided by s minus 1 whole square into s plus 2. Is it okay, everybody? Anybody, any doubt in this problem?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Neha, is it clear? Neha, are you there? Sannidhi? Shrikant?
Ma'am.
Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then we'll move on to the next topic. I hope everything is clear. If anybody has any doubt, please ask me whenever you will get any doubt. We'll discuss. I'll give few more questions for you all to practice. So practice it. So let's discuss the next part of this. That is solution of linear differential equations using Laplace transform. So we are discussing solution of linear differential equations using Laplace transform. Before that, we need to find the Laplace transform of the Laplace transform of derivatives. So let's discuss how to find that Laplace transform of the derivatives. Okay. Now here, see, I have to find the Laplace transform of the derivative. That means I have to find the Laplace transform of y dash of t. What is y dash of t? It represents the derivative of the function y of t. So in order to solve this differential equations using Laplace transform, the main concept what you need is to find the Laplace transform of the derivatives. So how to find this? We know Laplace transform definition. According to that, Laplace transform of any function, it is given by integration 0 to infinity e power minus st y dash of t dt. This is according to the formula of Laplace transform. Next, what we do, we integrate this by parts, integration by parts. So on integrating by parts, what do we get on integration? That is e power minus st. If I take this as the first term and this as the second term, first term into integration of the second term, integration of y dash of t. What is integration of y dash of t? It will be y of t, and the limits will be from 0 to infinity. Then minus, what do we do afterwards? We have to differentiate the first term. So on differentiating the first term, we will get e power minus st into minus s. Then integration of the integrated term, that is integration of y of t dt. So this is after using integration by parts. By now you are all thorough with integration by parts. You can use Bernoulli's formula, which is very easy. First term, integrate the second term. Alternatively, positive and negative sign. So negative sign, then differentiate the first term and integrate the integrated term. So we will get this one. Now simplify. On simplification, you put the limits and simplify. So what do we get on simplification? When you put the upper limit, that is infinity, the term will be 0. Minus, put the lower limit, e power 0 will be 1 into y of 0. So this is the first term after putting the limits. Then here minus becomes plus s into, what do we get over here? Integration 0 to infinity e power minus st into y of t dt. E power minus st into y of t dt. So what do we get from this? What is Laplace transform of y dash of t? Laplace transform of y dash of t is nothing but minus y of 0 plus s into, what is this? What is this? Tell me, what is this? What is this term?
F y dash of t, ma'am.
Y dash of t?
No, ma'am.
It is Laplace transform of y of t, because the function is y of t, isn't it? This is y of t. So this will be Laplace transform of y of t. So from this, now what we got is we have got the expression for Laplace transform of derivative of a function, that is nothing but s into Laplace transform of y of t minus y of 0. This is the first equation you need to remember. So use this Laplace transform of y dash of t in order to find the Laplace transform of the successive terms. That means Laplace transform of y dash of t, y double dash of t, y triple dash of t. So next we will find Laplace transform of y double dash of t. Again use the concept of that. So how you can write this as? You can write this as y dash of t whole dash. Okay, this y double dash of t, I have written it as Laplace transform of y dash of t whole dash. Now next what we will do is, this is nothing but Laplace s into, use this one, use 1. So what do we get according to that? Use this Laplace transform of y dash of t is over here. So if you use this, what we will get? We will get Laplace transform of y dash of t minus y dash of 0. Is it okay? I have used 1, but here is for y dash of t. Here I have used it for y dash of t. So what do we get? Wherever y is there, it will be replaced by y dash. That is what I have written over here. Here I have used a function is y dash of t whole dash. So it will be s into Laplace transform of y dash of t minus y dash of 0. I hope this is clear, because this is Laplace transform of y dash of t. Here it is Laplace transform of y dash of t whole dash. So it will be s into Laplace transform of y dash of t minus y dash of 0. Then what we will do? S into, now put the formula for Laplace transform of y dash of t. What is Laplace transform of y dash of t from 1? It is s into Laplace transform of y of t minus y of 0 minus the remaining term, that is y dash of 0. Now simplify this. What do we get after simplification? We get s into s square into Laplace transform of y of t. Then what do we have? Minus s into y of 0 minus y dash of 0. So this is the second expression you need to remember. Similarly, you can write Laplace transform of y triple dash of t. So what is Laplace transform of y triple dash of t? You have to generalize now. You can, through the similar way how we have solved here, now generalize and write the Laplace transform of the derivative of power 3. So it will be what? It will be s cube into Laplace transform of y of t minus s square into y of 0 minus s into y dash of 0 minus y double dash of 0. Is it clear, everybody? Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now you need to remember this 1, 2, 3 in solving the differential equations. Okay, we will discuss this question so that it will be clear. But you need to remember these three things. See, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. Equation 1, 2 and 3. Depends on what term is there in the question. Okay, now let's discuss question. So according to this, we have to find, so you can see the PDF I have sent. There the first question says that we have to find the Laplace transform, solution of a differential equation using Laplace transform with the conditions. See, initial conditions are given. Y of 0 and y dash of 0 is given. They have asked us to find the solution of this v square y by dt square plus k square into y equal to 0 with the condition y of 0 equal to 2 and y dash of 0 equal to 0. So we have to find the solution of this using Laplace transform. Now this given equation, this can be transformed to say d square y by dt square. This can also be written as y double dash of t plus k square into this y can be written as y of t, that is equal to 0. Now what do we do? Take Laplace transform on both sides. So when we take Laplace transform on both sides, Laplace transform of y double dash of t plus k square into Laplace transform of y of t, that is equal to Laplace transform of 0, which will be 0. Laplace transform of 0 will be what? 0 by s, which is nothing but 0 itself. Remember this. Sometimes you may not have 0 over here. You cannot always write directly equal to 0. Whatever term is there, you have to apply Laplace transform on that term as well. Now let's continue this. What do we do here? We have the expression for Laplace transform of y double dash of t. That is the second equation. So substitute Laplace transform of y double dash of t, second term over here. So what do we get when we substitute over here Laplace transform of y double dash of t? That will be s square into Laplace transform of y of t. Then what is it? Minus s into y of 0 minus y dash of 0. This is what we have substituted for Laplace transform of y double dash of t. So remembering first, second and third, it is very easy. You need not mug up that. You can see over here. Suppose if we have the second derivative s square will be over here. If you have the third derivative, it will be s cube. So similarly, the terms will be gone decreasing with one term, a constant term. So it's very easy to remember. So here you have the second derivative, that's why it is s square into Laplace transform of y of t minus s into y of 0 minus y dash of 0. Then what is remaining? Plus k square into Laplace transform of y of t, that is c, equal to 0. Now after this, what we do is we combine the terms which has the same coefficient. For example, here you have Laplace transform of y of t, Laplace transform of y of t. So write the coefficient of Laplace transform of y of t. What is the Laplace transform of y of t? It is s square. Whereas here Laplace transform of y of t coefficient will be k square. So it is s square plus k square. What I have done? I have taken the coefficient of Laplace transform of y of t, that is s square over here and k square over here. Now what term is remaining? Minus s into y of 0, and y of 0 is what? 2. Condition is given over here. So y of 0 will be 2. So what term you will have? Minus 2 into s. Minus s is already there. Y of 0 is 2. That's why it will be minus 2s. Then you have y dash of 0. What is y dash of 0? It will be 0. So what you will get? This is equal to 0. I hope this is clear, everybody. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next what shall we do now? What is this? From this, what do we get? From this, what is Laplace transform of y of t from this? What do we get? From this, what is Laplace transform of y of t? It is 2s divided by s square plus k square. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear? What is Laplace transform of y of t? Okay. Now what
Yes,
shall
ma'am.
we do? We have got Laplace transform of y of t as 2 into s by s square plus k square. We want the solution. Solution is y of t. How do we get y of t from this? Y of t is nothing but L inverse
L
of
inverse of 2s
2s by s square plus k square. Very good. So what is this? This is 2 into L inverse of s divided by s square plus k square. So what is this? 2 into, what is the inverse Laplace transform of this? Tell me. What is the inverse Laplace transform of this?
Cos
cos
kt, ma'am.
cos
Yes,
kt.
very good. Very good. It is cos k into t. So this is the solution. Y of t equal to 2 cos kt is the solution of the given differential equation. Is it clear, everybody, how to find the solution of the differential equation using Laplace transform? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's discuss few more examples. So what do we get? Next, we will discuss one more question. So it will be very clear to you all. Next question, you have to find y solve y triple dash plus 2y double dash minus y dash minus 2y equal to 0. Here given a differential equation with the conditions. What is y of 0 and y dash of 0? Both are 0 in this case. And y double dash of 0 is 6. Okay, these three conditions are given: y triple dash plus 2y double dash minus y dash minus 2y equal to 0, y of 0 equal to y dash of 0 equal to 0, and y double dash of 0 equal to 6. Now what shall we do? First take Laplace transform on each of the terms. So Laplace transform of y triple dash of t plus 2 times Laplace transform of y double dash of t. Then minus Laplace transform of y dash of t, that minus 2 into Laplace transform of y of t, that is equal to Laplace transform of 0. Remember that Laplace transform of 0 it is, which is 0. Laplace transform of 0, which is 0. So what do we get now over here? What is Laplace transform of y triple dash of t? We have to take the third expression. So you have a power 3. So you will have the term here, power of s will be 3. So s cube into Laplace transform of y of t. Then minus, go on decreasing one term, s square into y of 0 minus s into y dash of 0 minus the last term which will be a constant term y double dash of 0. Is it okay, everybody? You have to apply the third expression for Laplace transform of y triple dash of t. Then plus 2 times. Now Laplace transform of y double dash of t. What is Laplace transform of y double dash of t? It is 2 into, what will be, s square into Laplace transform of y of t. Then next what do we get? Minus s into y of 0 minus y dash of 0. Is it okay? Is it correct? Second expression, Laplace transform of y double dash t will be s square into Laplace transform of y of t minus s into y of 0 minus y dash of 0. So this is second term. Now the term Laplace transform of y dash of t, what is that? It is minus s into Laplace transform of y of t. Is it correct? Minus y of 0. Correct. Laplace transform of y dash of t. What is Laplace transform of y dash of t? S into Laplace transform of y of t minus y of 0. And the last term, what do we have? Minus 2 into Laplace transform of y of t. That is equal to 0. Anybody, any doubt in this problem?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, now let's continue this. Now combine the terms with the same coefficient. So first we will combine the terms having the coefficient Laplace transform of y of t. So what this will be? Laplace transform of y of t. What is the coefficient? First here you have s cube. Then where else? Laplace transform of y, Laplace here you have 2s square plus 2s square. Then Laplace transform of y of t. See here negative sign is also there. It is minus s. Then Laplace transform of y of t coefficient is minus 2. Is it clear everybody? I have taken the coefficients of y of t, that is s cube. Then where else y of L of y of t here 2s square. Then here you have minus s and minus 2. So these are the coefficient of Laplace transform of y of t. Then you apply that condition as well. What are the conditions we have? We have y of 0, y dash of 0 is 0 and y double dash of 0 is only 6. So what we have, this term is 0, this term is 0, and what will be this term? Minus, it is 6, y double dash of 0 is 6 which is given. So you will have over here minus 6. Then y of 0 will be 0, y dash of 0 is also 0, here y of 0 also 0. So we will have rest all the terms 0. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next. Very good. Next, let's continue. Laplace transform of y of t, that is into. Here you see s square is a common term. So if I take s square outside, what will remain? S plus 2 will remain. And from these two terms take minus 1. What is remaining? S plus 2 is remaining. Minus 6 equal to 0. So on simplification we get Laplace transform of y of t into, see here s plus 2 is the common term. So what we will have? S square minus 1 into s plus 2, that is equal to 6. So from this, what is Laplace transform of y of t? You can take this term in the denominator, so we will get 6 divided by s plus 2 into, see this is s square minus 1, it is a square minus b square, so it will be s plus 1 into s minus 1. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now what do we get from this? What will be y of t? Y of t will be inverse Laplace transform of 6 divided by s plus 2 into s minus 1 into s plus 1. And how to find the inverse Laplace transform of this? You have in the denominator product of linear factors, different product of linear factors. So what we shall do, we will use the concept of partial fractions. That is, we have to find the inverse of this term. So 6 divided by s plus 2 into, then s minus 1 into s plus 1. So what do we get from this? How shall we write this as? A divided by s plus 2 plus b divided by s minus 1 plus c divided by s plus 1. So use this, multiply the entire term by the denominator. What do we get? A into s minus 1 into s plus 1 plus b into s plus 2 into s plus 1 plus c into s plus 2 into s minus 1. Is it clear everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now what shall we get? Put the different values for s. If you put s is equal to minus 2. So what do we get if you put s is equal to minus 2? 6 is equal to, if you put equal to minus 2 over here, minus 2 plus 1, minus 2 minus 3. You will get here minus 3 minus 1. This implies into a. This implies what is the value of a? A will be 6 by 3, which is nothing but 2. Next, put s is equal to 1. If you put s is equal to 1, what do we get? 6 is equal to, this term will be 0, this term also will be 0. Only b term you will get. So b into 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 2 here. Here 1 plus 2, 3. 3 into 2, it is 6. 3 into 2, which is nothing but 6. So value of b will be 1. Next, put s is equal to -1. So if you put s is equal to -1, what happens? This term and this term will be 0. We will get the value of c. That is 6 is equal to c into value is -1. -1 plus 2 is 1. And here if you put -1, 1 into -2. So the value will be 1 into -2. Hence we will get the value of c as -3. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next we will find the inverse Laplace transform. So what will be L inverse of 6 divided by s plus 2 into s minus 1 into s plus 1. What this will be? This is L inverse of, what is the value of A? Here you have to substitute A, B and C. A value is 2, so it will be L inverse of 2 divided by s plus 2. Then plus, what is the value of B? B will be 1, so L inverse of 1 divided by s minus 1. Then what is the value of C? It is -3. So you will have -3 into L inverse of the term with respect to C is 1 by s plus 1. Now find the inverse Laplace transform of each of these terms. What do we get when we find the inverse Laplace transform of each of these terms? It will be 2 into, what is L inverse of 1 by s plus 2? E power minus 2t. Correct. Plus, what is L inverse of 1 by s minus 1? It is e power t. Then what about this term? -3 into L inverse of 1 by s plus 1 will be e power minus t. So this is the solution. L inverse of this is y of t. So this is the solution of the given differential equation. Is everything clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody,
Yes,
any
ma'am.
doubt?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let's discuss one more question. So what we will get? Next question. We have to find the Laplace transform of this function d square y by dt square plus 4 into dy by dt plus 4y, that is equal to e power minus t, where y of 0 is 0, y dash of 0 is also 0. Let's find the solution of this differential equation. So you can write this equation as y double dash of t plus 4 into y dash of t plus 4 into y of t, that is equal to e power minus t. Now let's apply Laplace transform on both sides. So what do we get? Laplace transform of y double dash of t plus 4 into Laplace transform of y dash of t plus 4 into Laplace transform of y of t, that is equal to Laplace transform of e power minus t. Now let's substitute all those values whatever we have discussed. So what is Laplace transform of y double dash of t? It is s square into Laplace transform of y of t minus s into, what is s? S next term is s into y of 0 minus y dash of 0. So this is the Laplace transform of the second order derivative. Then plus 4 into, what is Laplace transform of y dash of t? It is s into Laplace transform of y of t minus y of 0. Then the last term 4 into Laplace transform of y of t, that is equal to, what is Laplace transform of 1 by e power minus t? It is 1 by s plus 1. Correct? Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now combine the terms of that which contain the term Laplace transform of y of t. So according to that, what do we get? Sorry, you have to find the coefficient of Laplace transform of y of t. So what are the coefficient of it? S square. Then here we have Laplace transform of y of t coefficient is 4s. Then where else? Here Laplace transform of y of t coefficient is 4. So we will get s square plus 4s plus 4 as the coefficient. That is equal to, what about the other terms? We have here y of 0 and y dash of 0 all are 0, which is given in the condition. Y of 0, y dash of 0 are all 0. That is equal to what we will have? 1 by s plus 1. So, or what is Laplace transform of y of t? Laplace transform of y of t will be, what is it? Laplace transform of y of t. It will be, see this term. What is this term? What is the term?
S.
It is, yeah, s plus 2 the whole square. Very good. It is s plus 2 the whole square. So what will be y of t? Y of t will be L inverse of 1 divided by s plus 1 into s plus 2 the whole square. Now we have to find the inverse Laplace transform of this. You can apply the concept of partial fractions. So we shall take s divided by s plus 1 into s plus 2 the whole square. That is equal to, how shall we take it? A divided by s plus 1 plus, these are all the linear factors. So you can write it as b divided by s plus 2 because you have s plus 2 whole square. So it can be written as b by s plus 2 plus c divided by s plus 2 the whole square. So you need to write this way. We have discussed about this while solving the inverse Laplace transform of functions using partial fractions. So now multiply the entire expression by this denominator. What do we get? 1 is equal to a into s plus 2 the whole square plus b into s plus 1 into s plus 2 plus c into s plus 1. Is it clear, everybody? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, now what do we get from this? What shall we put the value of s as? Put s is equal to minus 1. So if you put s is equal to minus 1, what happens? This term will be 0, this term also will be 0. So what we will get the value of a as? If you put s is equal to minus 1 plus 2, it is 1. So a into 1 equal to 1, so value of a will be 1. Next, what shall we do? What shall we put the value of next? S as? Put s is equal to minus 2. Shall I put s is equal to minus 2? Then this term will be 0. This term also will be 0. We will get the value of c. So when you put s is equal to minus 2, what we will get? Minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 1. So value of c will be minus 1. Are you all able to follow? S equal to minus 2, this will be 0. This term also will be 0. Here minus 2 plus 1, which will be minus 1. So c value will be minus 1. Is it clear, everybody? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Next we have to find the value of b. So in order to find the value of b, what we can do? We can either equate the coefficient of s square. We can also do that. So what happens? See, you can choose that method, or either you can put s is equal to 0. Both value you can do. If you put s is equal to 0, also you will get the value of b. Now if you equate the coefficient of s square, here you will get coefficient of s square. If you equating the coefficient of s square, what do we get? Coefficient of s square. Here there is no coefficient of s square, so it is 0. That is equal to, here coefficient of s square will be a, and here s into s square, coefficient of s square will be b. So you will get a plus b equal to 0. A value is 1, so what will be the b value? It should be equal to minus 1. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, now apply inverse Laplace transform. So what we get after applying inverse Laplace transform? L inverse of 1 divided by s plus 1 into s plus 2 the whole square. That is equal to, substitute the value of a, b and c and find the inverse. So what do we get? A value is 1. So L inverse of 1 by s plus 1. B value is minus 1. So minus L inverse of 1 by s plus 2. Then what is the value of c? It is minus 1. So minus 1 into L inverse of 1 by s plus 2 the whole square. So what do we get now? Find the inverse Laplace transform of this. So on finding the inverse Laplace transform of this, What do we get? What is the inverse Laplace transform of this? What is this? E power minus t. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, minus. What is inverse Laplace transform of this? E power minus 2t.
Minus 2t.
Okay, what about this term? See, you have s plus 2 the whole square. So what shall we do? You cannot directly apply that formula. You have to apply the formula L inverse of f bar of s minus a. That is equal to e power at into L inverse of f bar of s. That formula you have to apply. So according to that, s plus a, s plus 2 is there. We have the formula for s minus a. So a will be minus 2. So this will be minus of e power minus 2t into L inverse of 1 by s square. Am I correct? You have to replace s plus 2 by s. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now write it e power minus t minus e power minus 2t minus, what do we have next? E power minus 2t into L. What is L inverse of 1 by s square? T by 1 factorial. So it is t. So what do we get? What is the final answer? E power minus t into minus of 1 plus t into e power minus 2t. Is it correct? If I take minus e power minus 2t as the common term, 1 plus t will remain. This is the inverse Laplace transform or the solution of the given differential equation with certain initial conditions. Everybody, is this problem okay? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, last few problems are pending. I'll finish it off so that our module will be over today. So we can start the next module. Okay. So next problem is we have to find the Laplace transform, solution of the differential equation using Laplace transform. Equation is given to be x double dash minus 2 into x dash plus x is equal to e power 2t. So here the variable is with respect to x. With the initial condition x of 0 equal to 0 and x dash of 0 equal to minus 1. Okay. Now first apply Laplace transform on both sides. So what do we get? Laplace transform of x double dash of t minus 2 into Laplace transform of x dash of t plus Laplace transform of x of t equal to Laplace transform of e power 2t. Is it clear, everybody? We just have applied Laplace transform on each of the terms. Then same thing you have to apply. Same expression for x double dash of t. That is, when you have x double dash, you have to put the term s square into Laplace transform of x of t. Here only the variable is different, nothing else. So s square, then you have to find s. S into what term you will get over here? X of 0. Before it was y, now it is x. And the constant term will be x dash of 0. This is using the expression for the Laplace transform of second order derivative. Then minus 2 into, what is Laplace transform of x dash of t? It is s into Laplace transform of x of t minus x of 0. Okay, then the last term, Laplace transform of x of t, that is equal to, what is Laplace transform of 1 by e power 2t? What is it? 1 by, what is Laplace transform of e power 2t?
S minus 2.
1 divided by s minus 2. Now next what shall we do? See, these expressions you need to practice. Then only you will be able to substitute over here. If you put the wrong substitution, the entire problem will be 0. So just remember how I asked you all to remember it. Double dash, so s square. Then go on decreasing. One term you should have without s. Then stop it. Now find the coefficient of Laplace transform of x of t. What are the coefficient of Laplace transform of x of t? So here is the first coefficient, s square. Next coefficient here you have minus 2s. Then what is the third coefficient, Laplace transform of x of t? What is the coefficient of Laplace transform of x of t? What is it?
1, ma'am.
Plus 1. Very good. So what do we get? Rest all. Initial condition x of 0 is 0, x dash of 0 is minus 1. So this is 0, x dash of 0 is minus 1. So what this will be, if you put minus 1, minus of minus will become plus 1. Then here it is 0. That is equal to what we will get? 1 divided by s minus 2. So what do we get from this? What is this? What is this term now? S square minus 2s plus 1. That is nothing but s minus 1 the whole square. S minus 1 the whole square into Laplace transform of x of t. This one you take it to the other side. What we will get? 1 by s minus 2 minus 1. So that will be what? If you take s minus 2 as the LCM, what do we get? 1 minus s minus of s minus 2. So that is nothing but 1 minus of minus, it will become plus. So 1 plus 2 will be 3. 3 minus s divided by s minus 2. This is after taking the LCM. Now write what is Laplace transform of x of t. From this what we will get? Laplace transform of x of t. Laplace transform of x of t will be 3 minus s divided by, here is the s minus 1 whole square, s minus 1 the whole square and the term which is there, that is s minus 2. So from this, what is the value of x of t? X of t value will be L inverse of 3 minus s divided by s minus 1 the whole square into s minus 2. I hope this is clear, everybody. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now how shall we find the inverse Laplace transform of this? Again, you can use the method of partial fraction. So according to that, 3 minus s divided by s minus 1 the whole square into s minus 2. That is equal to what? See, these are the product of linear factors. So you can write it as a divided by s minus 1. S minus 1 whole square is there. That's why it is a divided by s minus 1 plus b divided by s minus 1 the whole square plus c divided by s minus 2. Now the multiply the entire expression by this denominator. What do we get if I multiply? So 3 minus s is equal to a into s minus 1 into s minus 2. Then what about b? b into s minus 2 plus c in s minus 1 the whole square. Now what shall we put the value of s as? If I put s is equal to 1, this will be 0, this term will be 0. So put s is equal to, not 0, 1. If you put s is equal to 1, what do we get? Here if I put s is equal to 1, 3 minus 1, which will be 2. That is equal to, this term will be 0. Here if I put s is equal to 1, 1 minus 2. It will be minus 1, so you will get minus b. So what will be the value of b? It is minus 2. Next, what shall we put? Put s is equal to 2. If I put s is equal to 2, what we will get? Put s is equal to 2. What we will get if you put s is equal to 2? 3 minus 2, which will be 1. That is equal to, this term will be 0. This term also will be 0. So if I put s is equal to 2 over here, 2 minus 1, 1, 1 whole square into c. So c into 1. So what will be the value of c? It will be equal to 1. Next, what we do? Equate the coefficients of s square. So when we equate the coefficient of s square from this expression, what do we get? Here we do not have any coefficient of s square, so it will be 0. That is equal to, here we will have the coefficient of s square, which is a. Then here there is no coefficient of s square because s square term is only not here. Here we will get the term s square. So coefficient of that s square will be c. So a plus c equal to 0, c is 1, so what should be the value of a? It should be equal to minus 1. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let's find L inverse of 3 minus S divided by S minus 1 the whole square into S minus 2. So this will be what? What is the value of A? Minus 1. So minus 1 into L inverse of 1 by S minus 1. Next, what is the value of B? Minus 2. So this will be minus 2 into L inverse of 1 by S minus 1 the whole square. What about C? C is 1. So it will be L inverse of 1 by S minus 2. So find the inverse Laplace transform of this. So what do we get from this? What is it? It is minus, what is L inverse of this? E power t. Then minus 2 into, what is L inverse of this one? Here you have to apply that property. L inverse of F bar of S minus A, that is equal to E power at into L inverse of F bar of S. So what do we get from that? Just tell me. It will be E power t.
E raised to t.
E power t L inverse of 1 by S square plus what is L inverse of this? E power 2t. So what do we get from this? What do we get from this? Tell me, what do we get from this? What is the answer? We can find minus E power t minus 2 into E power t. What is L inverse of 1 by S square? It is t. Then what is this? Plus E power 2t. So what is the final answer? We can write E power 2t and here common term is E power t. So minus E power t into 1 plus 2t. Is it clear, everybody? Any doubt in this problem?
No, ma'am.
Anybody, any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Let's discuss the last question, that is solve y double dash plus 6 into y dash plus 9y is equal to 12 t square e power minus 3t with the condition y of 0 equal to 0, that is equal to y double dash of 0. Sorry, y dash of 0. Easy question it is. So apply Laplace transform on both sides. What do we get? Laplace transform of y double dash of t plus 6 into Laplace transform of y dash of t plus 9 into Laplace transform of y of t. That is equal to 12 into Laplace transform of e power minus 3t into t square. Is it correct, everybody? After applying Laplace transform on both sides, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now put the substitution. So what do we get when we put the substitution? It is second order, so it will be s square into Laplace transform of y of t minus s into y of 0 minus y dash of 0. So this is the substitution for Laplace transform of y double dash of t plus 6 into, put the substitution for this. What is that? It is s into Laplace transform of y of t minus y of 0. Correct? And the last term, 9 into Laplace transform of y of t. That is equal to, what do we have? What is this? What is the Laplace transform of this? 12 into, how to find? See, you can use the first as well as the second property we have discussed in Laplace transform. First property, e power minus at into f of t. That time what do? We find the Laplace transform of this t square. What is the Laplace transform of t square? Anybody remember? Laplace transform of t square. I am talking about Laplace transform of t square. Anybody remember?
2 factorial
T
by
power
s plus
n
3
plus
ma'am.
1 factorial.
2 factorial divided by
2
s power
factorial
power n plus 1. So this is that. So then what we do here, we have e power minus 3t. So a will be what? minus 3. A will be minus 3. So wherever S is there, you have to replace by S plus 3. That was the first property we have discussed in Laplace transform. So according to that, Laplace transform of e power minus 3t into t square is, find the Laplace transform of t square, which is 2 factorial by s power n plus 1. Then this s has to be replaced by s minus of minus 3. So what we will get over here? It is 2 factorial divided by s plus 3 power 2 plus 1, which is nothing but 3. Here it is t square, means it is 2 plus 1, which is nothing but 3. So this is the Laplace transform on the of the function which is there on the right hand side. Is it clear, everybody?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
clear? Okay. Now you take the coefficient of Laplace transform of y of t. What are the coefficient? Here it is s square. Then where else we have? Here it is 6s plus 6s. Where else we have? Here it is plus 9. So these are the coefficient of Laplace transform of y of t. And y of 0, y dash of 0, they are all 0. So what is remaining now? 12 into 2 factorial, which is nothing but 24 divided by s plus 3 the whole cube. So what is Laplace transform of y of t from this? Tell me. So what is this term? Is it s plus 3 the whole square? S square plus 6s plus 9 is s plus 3 the whole square. So Laplace transform of y of t is nothing but 24 divided by, see over here, s plus 3 whole cube is already there. Again you are dividing by s plus 3 the whole square. So you will have s plus 3 whole power 5. Am I correct? Am I correct? Okay. Now it is easy. I think you can find the inverse Laplace transform of this. What is y of t from this? Y of t will be L inverse of 24 divided by s plus 3 power 5. So what is this? Here you have s plus 3 in the denominator. So what you can do? 24 you can take outside. So if you have the power s plus 3, some s plus a power 5, you can take a outside. Here a will be minus 3. It is minus of minus 3. So it will become e power minus 3t into L inverse of 1 by s power 5. So that is nothing but 24 into e power minus 3t. What is L inverse of 1 by s power 5? What is L inverse of 1 by s power n plus 1? Forgot?
5, ma'am.
1 by s power n plus 1. Inverse Laplace transform of this. Anybody? What is it? It is t power n by n factorial. Correct? So n is what here? 5 can be written as 4 plus 1. So n is 4. So this is nothing but t power 4 by 4 factorial, which is nothing but e power minus 3t into t power 4. This is the solution of the given differential equation. Anybody, any doubt? Anybody, any doubt in this topic?
No,
How
ma'am.
to find the solution of the differential equation using Laplace transform. Very easy concept it is. Only the thing is you need to remember the Laplace transform of derivatives. Laplace transform of derivatives you need to remember. So let's revise once again whatever we have learned. We have learned today few examples on convolution theorem, how to find the solution of the product of two functions, that is inverse Laplace transform of product of two functions we have learned. Then we have learned how to find the solution of the linear differential equations using the concept of Laplace transform. That is the main part why we have learned Laplace transform. Remember this, everybody. Why we have learned Laplace transform? The main concept, the application part is to find the solution of the linear differential equation. Anybody, any doubt in this entire module, you can contact me anytime. Tomorrow we will begin new module. So practice the questions I have given. I have given questions. Okay, practice those questions. Practice those questions, and if you have any doubt, clarify it as soon as possible. Okay? Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Shall we wind up today's class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Let's meet tomorrow. Before that, clarify whatever doubt you have. Everything, clear it out. Okay, let's meet tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank
Okay,
you.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.